Galloway's support through sight loss. Galloway's Get Active presents Fernyhalgh and Haighton Manor Woodland.
Hey, hello everyone, it's James and Jane again with another of our Galloway's Get Active audio described walks. Today we're in Preston and we're going to go down Fernyhalgh Way.
No, I'd say it was called Fernyhalgh.
Fernyhalgh Road. We're going to look at...
No, Fernyhalgh Lane.
Jane will carry on. Fernyhalgh Lane. And we're going to go and look at Ladywell Shrine.
Yeah.
We're going to go through the woodlands and look at the bluebells. Hopefully, if we're lucky, we may see some fallow deer.
Yeah.
But we'll have to keep a lookout for that one.
Yeah, it's nice and flat walk.
And see what else we can find. So the starting point is where?
You're on near Langsand School in Preston, near Anderton Arms.
Okay, so there's a car park at Anderton Arms. That's where we started from. Cross over the road onto Fernyhalgh Lane, and then we'll follow that up under the motorway.
Yeah.
We'll take in Ladywell Shrine and see what we can find. Well, let's go.
So leaving the car park, we'll cross over the main road and head out down Fernyhalgh Lane, heading towards the underpass that goes under the motorway. After we've gone past a row of small cottages on the left hand side, we will eventually get to the underpass of the motorway.
Did that Ladywell thing and came back on with a loop over the bridge. You come out there.
So we go under the motorway bridge, and then when we get past we go over a stream, and then there is a side route that will take us up towards Ladywell Shrine.
That's one, Jane. One of them.
So we're just walking over the little bridge now. It's a little road bridge, nice narrow country lane, very very quiet. And then the track up to Ladywell Shrine is on your left hand side. The Holy Well of Our Lady is in the garden of a 17th century Ladywell house, which has a Roman Catholic chapel and retreat centre. It's located at the side of a secluded Fernyhalgh Lane. Which is about 4 miles north of Preston. So on the way up to the shrine, we go through some woodland which was absolutely covered in wild garlic. You could smell the wild garlic all the way through the woodland. Now the leaves of the wild garlic can be used in salads. I think you can also use the bulb and the flowers as well. But I know definitely you can use the leaves. The flowers are a white flower, which has quite spiky looking petals. And like I say, the smell at this time of year in the woodland, you can really smell the garlic. Should keep all the vampires away. Video's now just showing some little ferns and some other plants, ivy and different sorts of grasses that can be seen in amongst the garlic. It's getting towards the top of the path. It does get a little bit rough underfoot. Again, I'm just showing another shot of the wild garlic. Quite broad leaves and the thin spiky petals of the white flowers. Like I say, getting to the top of the little track, you come to a gate, and on the right hand side there's Ladywell Manor, or Ladywell House, which is where it houses the shrine. showing a marsh marigold. And there's a sign here that says Ladywell, the ancient shrine. And then it's showing a shrine in a closed up case of Jesus, and there's a load of flowers placed by his feet. So what we need to do now is follow that track back down towards the main track of Fernyhalgh Lane, and then turn left and follow that track until you get some white gates. So we head through the white gates, and then straight after the white gates you go over a small cattle grid. There is another white gate to the side of the grid if you want to go over that. Now we're heading out into Haighton Manor woodland, where there's lots of bluebells on the side. The video now just showing some of the bluebells. Really deep purpley blue colour. The path along here is a nice well-made tarmac track with white railings on both sides. You can hear all the different bird song. The trees are all starting to come out into leaf now at this time of year. Now just showing a close-up of some forget-me-nots, which is a small pale blue flower with a bright yellow centre. Continue along the lane. On the right hand side it follows the course of Savick Brook. And some close-ups of the bluebells. I say it's sort of a bright purpley blue flower with the flower heads hanging down in a bell shape. Further down the lane we go through another path on your right hand side to the side of some big white gates and keeping into the woodland. This path then takes us over a little wooden footbridge. So we start going over the footbridge. This is the footbridge over Savick Brook. And just after the footbridge we take the path that leads up to your right hand side. So this path, there's some little steps in the path cut into the path, but it is a lot rougher. There are tree roots and some rocks and things to just be careful on here. And there is a barbed wire fence on your left hand side. Just showing a shot of some pink campion, which is a pinky red flower. Comes out this time of year, which is May, June time. Follow on up the path. We've got a field on our left hand side and there's a slope, wooded slope drops down to our right. And the path eventually starts to open up as we come out of the woodland. We've got a few trees dotted around now in the hedges. And at the end of this path we come to a little country lane, tarmac lane, where we turn right. And then we're going to follow this path until we go under the motorway again. So once we go under the motorway, short distance after we come under the motorway, there's a path on your right hand side which takes you onto part of the Guild Wheel. Nice quiet road as well. You get plenty of people walking and cyclists down here.
We're going to go to your right.
So we'll turn to our right, which, like I said, takes us onto the Guild Wheel. There's one of the yellow grit boxes that they use for gritting in when it's icy weather. And then there's a path just after that which takes us onto the Guild Wheel.
Morning.
Mike Atkins Wood. Mike Atkins was a highways engineer and Lancashire County Council's cycling officer for 20 years until his retirement in 2000. In his role, he initiated many measures to improve the safety and attractiveness of cycling across the county. During his retirement, he continued to work to promote cycling and with fellow cyclist and friend Peter Ward spent many hundreds of hours voluntarily devising and surveying the route of the 21-mile Guild Wheel, more than 3/4 of which is off-road. Mike was a keen supporter of Sustrans, the National Sustainable Transport Charity. The Guild Wheel is part of Sustrans National Cycle Network route NCN 622. Mike was a true environmentalist in many other ways. He supported cycling, walking and using public transport as an alternative to cars to reduce their impact on the environment, and was concerned that we are irreparably damaging the planet through global warming. He loved walking and cycling in the countryside and would have been delighted that so much work is being done, often by volunteers, to make the Guild Wheel a green corridor for wildlife. He would have been especially delighted that this wood is being created as a lasting green memorial to him. About the trees in the wood. It's not only wildflowers that benefit our bees and butterflies. Many native trees are valuable to pollinators too. So here in the wood, we've got the holly. The holly, as well as having flowers, whose nectar is used by many pollinating insects, the leaves are a vital food source for the holly blue butterfly. Common alder. The pollen from alder catkins are an important source of late winter, early spring food for pollinators. The leaves are also an important food source for the caterpillars of a number of moths. Hazel. Like alder, hazel catkins provide nectar and pollen for insects at a time when little else is in flower. Hawthorn. Known to support more than 300 insect species, its leaves are a food plant for many caterpillars and its profuse flowers are an important source of pollen and nectar. Oak. Oak supports more wildlife than any other UK tree. Its leaves are a food source for a large number of butterflies. Silver birch supports a wide range of wildlife. Its leaves provide food for the caterpillars of many moth species, and the catkins in late winter are a vital pollen source.
Okay everyone, so that's been a walk along Fernyhalgh Lane and going into Haighton Manor Woodland and back along part of the Guild Wheel. So we didn't see any of the deer unfortunately, but you've seen plenty of bluebells, some of the other flowers that are about, and also plenty of birdsong. Nice little walk to do, mostly on good paths. There is a section that could be muddy if it was wet, but apart from that it's on good paths. So if you'd like to know more, give me a call on 01772 744 148 and we'll hope to see you soon. Thanks for watching. Take it easy and stay safe. Bye.
Bye.
All that's left now is to go through the gate which takes us back onto Fernyhalgh Lane, Turn left and follow the lane back to the start point.